It is an uncertain and frightening time. Polarization, war, turmoil in Israel.
Inflation hitting its highest level in 41 years.
Political assassinations, racial tensions. I'm talking, of course, about the 1960s.
It was the most destructive racial violence in American history.
Communists continued their artillery and rocket attacks.
Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight, remember?
In the chaos, the country turned to someone you might not expect.
Nixon is reelected in what is still, to this day, the biggest landslide in American history. He wins 49 of 50 states.
I, Richard Nixon, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President.
Because of the Watergate matter, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
I think, unfortunately, there's too much of an emphasis on Watergate. The truth is far more nuanced.
Today is a day for his family, his friends, and his nation to remember President Nixon's life in totality.
He ended the Vietnam War.
We end the war and bring peace with honor in Vietnam.
He established the EPA.
Time has come for man to make his peace with nature.
He becomes the first president to go to Moscow.
Transformed world history by opening the relations with China.
He tilted the Cold War balance of power in America's favor.
This was the week that changed the world.
He returned sacred lands to Native Americans.
He established Title VIII housing. He started the war on cancer. He desegregated the southern schools. In terms of women's sports, he signed Title IX.
He puts in place some of the farthest-reaching healthcare legislation.
He essentially broke the back of the mafia.
Federal government has a special responsibility of respect for law rather than lawlessness.
He was a shy man. He was an intellectual. He was a patriot. He really did get up in the morning thinking, how can I make people's lives better? In one of the first meetings we had about the memoirs, I said, are you prepared to be painted, warts and all? And Nixon said, yes, I just don't want to be painted all wart.
He said, Mr. President, history is going to record that you were a great president. I said, Henry, that'll depend on who writes the history.